Kia ora Year 11 and Year 10s if you're watching. This is an excellence question from the Level 1 Geometric Reasoning paper back in 2020. I'm going to pick out some of these questions, and this one is a trig one. The key thing you've got to do here is some careful labelling and some really clear setting out. So when we do Level 1 Geometric Reasoning, everything basically comes down to finding right-angled triangles. And in this question, we're looking at spiderweb strands. And we've got one big right-angle triangle that we can see here. So that's the big one. And then you can see a second smaller one in here. So the way that we're going to do this question is to make two things equal to each other to find a length. Just looking at what we know, if we're looking at the big triangle, we've got this angle in here of 31 degrees, and we've got this side here, and our goal is to figure out this length here. And we're also told that this length here is h, the height. So that means from the big triangle, I can use the tan of 31 and set up this. I can say that tan of 31 degrees is equal to the opposite, h, over side VY, and I'll just start out by writing that. And now I can look at the smaller of the two triangles, and I can say that tan of 41 degrees is equal to this side divided by this. So that's h over WY. Now let's have a look at what we can say about VY. Well, VY is that whole thing there, which is f plus 36. So I'm just going to leave that as tan of 31 for now, but we know we can get that easily out of our calculator. So I've got h over 36 plus f. And now looking at this second triangle, we can say that tan of 41 degrees is equal to h, and the length from W to Y is simply f. So if you look at those two things for a minute, what we can try and do is to say that two things are equal to each other. If I rearrange, I can get an expression for h in here in the big triangle, and I can get an expression for h in the small triangle. So we're going to have this 36 plus f times whatever number tan of 31 degrees is equal to h. But we also know that f times tan of 41 degrees is equal to h. And that means that I can put these two things equal to each other. That means that tan of 31 degrees times 36 plus f is equal to tan of 41 degrees times f. So it's probably time to break out the calculator and work out what tan of 31 actually is. And rounding it to about 4 dp, I get 0.60009 times 36 plus f, and tan of 41 is 0.8693 f. Right, let's do some Year 9 algebra, which is what we're down to now. We've done all of the hard work in this question, so we get to 21.631 plus 0.6009f is equal to 0.8693f. And we're just going to collect up like terms now, right? So if this looks bad, it really isn't. It's basically the same as when we did 5 plus 3x is equal to 7x, and we took this away from both sides. It's just that the numbers have got decimals now. So we get 21.631 is equal to 0.8693f, take away 0.6009f. So I'm collecting up my like terms. I'm doing it really, really slowly because I want to make sure that my working's clear, and I've got 0.2684f. Solving that for f, I get f is equal to 21.631 divided by 0.2684. That gives me f is equal to 80.585. Now I'm going to go back and check my units on that. What do we want to use? Yep, we've got centimetres here, and we just want to check what we're being asked for. All we're being asked for here is to calculate the length f from W to Y. Right, be careful, sometimes you'll be asked to calculate the length from V to Y and then you're going to have to add your 36. But in this case, we've basically finished as long as we just put in my units. Now I could leave that as 3 decimal places, or I might want to round it a little bit more and write that F is equal to 80.6 centimetres to 1 decimal place, or 80.59. Thanks for watching, and email me if there are any other geometric reasoning questions that you'd really like done.